singers. It's Laura. This is the weekly warm-up, and I am back to share more clear, fun voice education with you so that you can have more fun when you sing. Today I have another voice exercise for you, and I'm going to show you this exercise in a few different ways. I often start by saying this is an exercise for posture or breath, but the truth is most exercises can accomplish a number of technical goals. You just have to focus on different aspects as you do it. You do not need 50 different warm-ups every day. In fact, you can have a very concise warm-up routine if you're really turning your attention to each of your technical goals and making sure that those are all covered with a smaller number of exercises. Now, I will mention I do have a manual that I've created if you would like some help in combining exercises into full vocal warm-up routines that will cover all the bases. I'll put a link to that below. But in the meanwhile, let's look at how we can use just one exercise, and a really simple one, to create a number of technical improvements. We're going to use a simple pattern to see what's happening with our resonance, kind of making it nice and forward in the mask. We're going to use that exercise to figure out some things about our registration. As we move between the vocal registers, how can we make that a smooth transition by using this single exercise? And then we're also going to look at our breath flow. How are we using our breath to maintain both legato over the course of the exercise, and perhaps take a look at how that breath flow might affect how we modulate our vibrato. I know wobbly vibrato or lack of vibrato is something that a lot of singers worry about, and you can tackle that too, as long as you're thoughtful. I will say the number one problem that I see with the way people practice is they sort of expect the exercise to do it for them. And of course, when I choose these exercises and I tell you what they can do for you, oftentimes by their very nature, by the syllables that they use, the consonants, the way that they act in the body, they will encourage certain technical effects to happen. But the exercise doesn't do it for you. You have to do it, and you have to do it with your attention and what you really are focusing on as you sing. So let's go through this exercise. I'm going to teach you the basic pattern first, and then we're going to do it in a number of different ways, really focusing our attention on different aspects so that we can create those technical coordinations or upgrades in our registration, our resonance, our legato, and our vibrato. So let's begin. The pattern is very simple. It's do, mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do. So we're going to do that on the syllable mi. It's going to start with an HM hum, and then we're going to move into the syllable E. So it will go like this. Fairly simple. So let's try that together. Now, let's use our gray matter, really turn on those brain cells, and look at how this exercise can help you with your resonance. For the HM part, I want you to make sure that the teeth are not touching one another. The jaw is kind of hanging loose with the lips lightly together. And to really help us find that high forward placement, we're going to put our fingers on the cheekbones right under the eyes, not out here, but right here. And we're going to either rub or tap. And we're going to really try and feel that spaciousness and that high forward location of where you get a little sensation when you rub. So let's rub, let the jaw hang loose, and let's sing. Let's go here. Ready? Terrific. Let's do another one, and I want you to now make sure, are you feeling some activation or spaciousness in these two locations here, almost as though you had little spouts and you were singing out of them? Let's make sure that that happens on every single note. Special places to watch for: when you open from the hum into the E, don't lose this openness here. And as you come down the scale, watch every single step. Don't let the sound start to kind of fall back into your neck. Let's go here. Ready? if you really love the resonance benefit of this exercise, keep doing it, keep working your way up by half steps, and just do it with that focus. Keep those fingers there. But we can also use it to look at what might be happening over a break between your registers. So let's go here. And the key here is I want you to absolutely focus on when you come down those steps, make sure that the movement from one step to another is open here. So, not me. Can you hear me sort of toggle down between one to the next? Here, rather than kind of toggling or stepping down, I'm imagining really bending the pitch. It can be fast, it can be clean, but I'm continuing to stay open as I move from pitch to pitch. Now it sounds like this is just a repeat of the resonance exercise. Yes, because if you can stay forward in your resonance, moving from pitch to pitch over a vocal break, your body will complete the registration action by itself. It's like an automatic vehicle. You just keep going and the kind of transmission will take care of it. Here, what we're using as our automatic transmission is that resonance forward. My voice teacher, my first teacher, used to always say to me that the nose is the bridge between registers, and that makes perfect sense to me because if you can stay forward, you can move from head voice down to chest voice without experiencing either that kind of a weakening of resonance before you get to the break or that awkward clunk over into the next register. So let's try this again. Remember, move seamlessly and with openness right here as you come down those steps. Let's start here. Ready? One more. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, let's look at how we can use this same exercise for maintaining legato. So what I'm going to do now is back up 1 millisecond farther, and I'm going to look at how I'm using the air before I move between notes. So I want to make sure that as I go to transition, I don't kind of turn off my air. What can kind of happen oftentimes is as we try to sing legato, we end up creating a little bit of a swell on every single note. Now, obviously that's an exaggeration, but if you find that you're doing this kind of sausagey singing where you get these little kind of massaging of the tone on each note, what you will also end up with there is a little bald spot in your resonance before you move to the next note. And it actually is taking away from the creamy legato that you're really trying to create by totally consistent breath use. So pop your fingers up here again. Everything is going to stay the same. We're going to stay open. We're going to make sure that we're connecting over the motion between notes, but we're also going to make sure that we don't take our foot off the gas before we move to the next pitch. So let's go here. Great. Now, what happens if it sounds like this? Can you hear how the vibrato was kind of coming and going, and then on the last note, it really wobbled with quite a wide pitch differential and quite slowly? If your if your vibrato is uneven like that, or if you find that you're getting vibrato coming in on final notes, that is something we can tackle with this exercise as well. So what we're going to do is, again, keep our airflow totally steady, but this time we're going to cast one brain cell's eye, is that even a thing, onto what you feel in the throat. So we're going to watch for a sensation of some kind of like activation, especially on the final note. Do it once to kind of get a baseline and find out what's happening. Did you find that the final note was kind of moving around more than the others? If so, I want you to try to all the more stay here and keep the air flowing. Don't allow the airflow to stop or to begin its descent into your final destination. Somehow just that feeling of being nearly there or being on the final note makes us relax our support and stop sending the air. But the fact is, if we can hear you, then we are still listening to the sound and want the quality to be that same quality from previously in the exercise. So one more time, and really keep shooting that air out right through your little spouts here on that final note. Let's go here. Now, one final note I'll make about vibrato. Also watch the other end of the exercise. Are you totally holding the note straight on the first note or the first two? If you restrict vibrato by holding tight in the neck, you're going to then have that burst that you heard on my me, where the vibrato will come in a sort of wangling and uncontrolled fashion. So let's prevent that by having sort of prophylactic vibrato at the start. Really get the air flowing and start the vibration as you begin the phrase, and then make sure that it maintains the same position and flow through the air over the whole exercise. Let's do one final one just to wrap up all these things. So whatever was your favorite focus, registration, resonance, legato, vibrato, whatever it was, turn your attention there. Do not autopilot. We're almost finished. So let's go here. Wonderful. You've had a real workout for your voice and for your brain. I hope that this gives you some insight into how you might become more mentally conscious, more focused in your attention as you practice, so that you can really make these exercises work for you. I'm going to do my best always to bring you the very best material, but of course, you're the one that has to make it come out of your very own personal body. So do your best by turning on your brain, focusing your attention, and I hope that you will get maximum benefit from this and every exercise. If it was useful to you, I would so appreciate it if you would give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel so you can come back every week for more clear, fun voice education. If you'd like that practice manual to help you coordinate your exercises into a warm-up routine that will cover all your technical goals, then take a look at the link down in the description box below. And in the meanwhile, thank you for practicing. See you next week.